Hi guys, in today's video I am doing my 15th and 16th week pregnancy update. Hi guys, if we never met before, my name is Yana and today I am 16 weeks pregnant and I have my phone to give you an update what the baby looks like, and I have my notes with me to tell you what's going on with me, because that's what my normal updates are. Just give a little bit about baby and like how I feel and give you like the updates on what's going on. So at week 15th and 16th, the baby, well, is obviously growing, size of the pear first and now size of avocado, and I'm like, that's so big. It's kind of insane how big the little guy, the little girl, whoever it is, the gender review is coming very soon. I'm actually not sure when I'm going to post it because I knew the gender at week 12 or 13 whenever I had my genetic testing done, so I know that, and maybe I will just post it right after this video just because all of our family knows already and I have the footage of them well, opening up whatever they were opening. So maybe next week I will post, or next video I will post the gender reveal video, so stay tuned. I'm so excited to share with you who we are having. But yes, the baby is about 3 to 4 ounces and 4 to 5 inches long. The baby's hair and eyelashes and eyebrows are growing out and muscle tone is getting stronger. It seems like there is a lot more baby movement that is happening at this age. And talking about baby movement, I am pretty sure I felt the baby move maybe at 15 weeks, and I feel probably every day or maybe every other day a slight, not even flutter, it's like a little boop inside my belly. And it's interesting because obviously my husband would not be able to feel it, and I don't remember when is a normal time for the baby movement to be very obvious for the first pregnancy, but this is my third pregnancy and I'm pretty sure with consequent pregnancies you can feel it earlier because the lining of uterus is thinner with consequent pregnancies, so something along those lines that I read before. But yes, I am pretty sure I felt the baby move. Now on to the updates of everything that is going on with me, and at the end I will talk about the protein in my urine, just because I'm like, if not many people are interested in it, maybe you don't need to watch, like spend your time, but if you're interested I will just talk about it at the end, a little update, and give you a little bit of overview what my nephrologist told me. So talking about how I'm feeling, my skin on my face feels totally normal, and in the beginning of the pregnancy I totally had way more greasy skin than I used to have, and right now I feel like it's very, very normal. I wonder if the weather was partially to blame because it was summer, July, August, it was very hot and very humid, a little bit humid, but it was partially the reason why I was like I had more oil. But right now the weather is so perfect, it's like heaven basically. And yes, but I'm pretty sure that my skin returned to somewhat normal state and it's not as oily anymore. I do not experience the insane fatigue, and I'm pretty sure most of my energy is back to my pre-pregnancy level. I feel really good, very strong, and I'm like, by the end of the evening I don't feel like I'm going to like fall over and fall on the couch or in my bed, and I can finish the night pretty strong. I can, most of the days I lay down, I finish my planning, look at my planner, make sure I have my to-do list for tomorrow. But yes, it's so encouraging, and so I feel so much better having my energy back. The weight gain is that I forgot to mention my weight gain in previous videos, which maybe it doesn't matter, but up to date, so since the beginning of my pregnancy I gained 6 pounds, and I am actually not sure if it's good or bad. Again, I do have a chart that I need to look up. I looked it up and I need to just check if I am within the range, because every set of weeks you do need to gain a certain amount of weight, or like you're allowed to gain a certain amount of pounds. So I am not exactly sure, but week 16 today, it's week 16, I am 6 pounds more than I was at like being pre-pregnancy. I am waking up every night twice to go to the bathroom, so that's not super fun. Because I'm working from home, I don't feel it in my everyday life. I'm not exactly sure if I go to the bathroom more often, but I'm definitely feeling it throughout the evening or night, I guess, because like, yeah, I have to wake up and it's not fun. I don't like waking up. I do not have any more food aversions or craving, at least for these few weeks. I do experience a tiny bit of nausea. It's like a weird moments of time in the morning, just a touch, and I wonder if because my stomach is empty, and then maybe when I'm getting hungrier throughout the day, not exactly sure, but it's like very rare. And for the most part, I feel pretty good. And talking about food, I am actually back to liking sweets, and the thought of dessert and coffee actually makes me kind of excited, and this makes me seriously so happy. Even though in like my first few videos I said that it's kind of good that I don't want sugar, because, well, sugar, no one needs it, it's like not really good for you. And here I'm not talking about like fruit and vegetables a little bit, but mostly about processed sugar like cakes and candy and pastries. But this part of my diet was bringing me a lot of joy, and it was a treat for me. It was like a little reward for me. So not having it was a little bit depressing, kind of. So right now that I am like, oh, I kind of don't mind to have a little piece of cake and maybe a cup of decaf coffee, and it actually makes me very happy, because I still cannot eat a lot. Like I cannot make myself eat a big portion of things. So I think I'm pretty okay with my calorie intake. I do not record how much I eat, but like looking at my servings and how often I eat, I don't think I'm overeating. So having a little sugary treat is kind of fun for me, and I'm very, very excited that I am at the point of my pregnancy where I'm like, I can enjoy it. Another symptom that I'm experiencing is kind of a lot of achy muscles at the bottom of my belly, and it doesn't feel too pleasant. It's like, I don't know if when I stand too much or sit too much, or if my body is in the same position for way too long, I start feeling like my belly starts aching a little bit, and then when I lay down I relax more, so that makes me feel better. But it's interesting how that is. And oh hey, we have a little visitor. Once in a while we have a debut of little guy. But yes, another symptom is that I do get lightheaded once in a while. It's very random, and there's like no rhyme or reason why it's happening, because I know that some people say that when they stand up really quickly, or they were laying down and stand up, or sitting down and then they stand up, then they get lightheaded. For me, it's very random. I like either do my dishes and then I'm like, oh, I feel a little dizzy, or I sit by my computer and I feel dizzy, and it lasts for like half a minute or so. Nothing overwhelming or nothing dangerous, but it's unusual. Woo, bless you. And now on to my story of protein in my urine. In addition to that, 2 weeks ago my boys got poison ivy on themselves and me, and my whole body, especially my arms, I had a little bit on my face, my ear, bless you, my ear was swollen, and I still have pretty covered arms, and a little bit on my legs. It's like weird, but I did not. Bless you, what's going on, buddy? Are you sneezing? Okay. But yes, I did not get any medication for myself. I read online a little bit that it's mostly the outer part of your body, the skin, that is irritated, and there's nothing dangerous that is happening to the body. And I potentially could have even used some kind of cream to calm down, bless you, the itchiness. But I am the kind of person that I really don't like medication, so I opted in not taking anything. And we did put steroid cream on my older son, and he recovered good. He was pretty bad with his swelling, but yes, I didn't do anything, and it's slowly going away, and it was not fun at all, but nothing dangerous for me or the baby. And now, yeah, that's right, I'm so sorry, the protein in my urine. So if you did not see any of my updates at I'm not exactly sure what week it was that they did the 24-hour urine on me they made me do 24-hour urine test, and they found kind of a lot of protein in my urine. It was 1100 milligrams in, I don't know, a day or whatever their measures are. From what I read online, it seemed like it could be not very good, but the doctor was like, go to the nephrologist, talk to them, and they will tell you everything. When I was doing my research online before I went to the nephrologist, a lot of the articles were saying that you get protein in your urine from excessive exercise. So if you exercise and do a urine sample, then there is a very high chance that even the healthiest person in the world is going to have protein in their urine. Another thing that they mentioned is the diet with high protein, that if you do eat a lot of meat or foods that are high in protein, that will affect how your kidneys are processing it, and there is potentially a chance for protein getting into your urine. My mom, she has only one kidney, not because of the kidney issues, but of the cyst issues. But her nephrologist back in Russia 20 years ago, I don't know how many years ago, they mentioned that vinegar affects really badly kidneys. That made me think that I need to eliminate ketchup and mayonnaise and all of the dressings out of my diet. So a week before my visit to the doctor, I basically switched to from having a regular dressing or mayonnaise or ketchup, I just had lemon juice or lemon or a lime juice based dress. I basically just did honey, oil, and lemon or lime juice for my dressings. So I did not have any vinegar that week, and I opted in for carb foods rather than protein foods, which makes me think that it's probably not extremely good, because I mean, you still need protein. It's not like I avoided all of the protein. No, I can't, because there's protein basically in everything, and I do like meat. But it made me think that in the beginning of the pregnancy, I did really wanted more meat and more eggs, and I wonder if that has affected the way my body was able to process protein. But basically what happened was, when a week after I changed my diet, I came to the nephrologist, and they did a little sample of my urine right there. Like, you know, at every doctor's office, they give you a little cup, and they do some kind of testing right there at the lab, at their office lab. Well, there was zero protein. There was no trace of protein in my urine, which is very relieving for me and very good. But it was a little bit confusing of how I could have so much protein before, and my doctor was like, did they mix up someone else's sample with yours? What happened there? But that's a question for another day. The follow-up things that I will be doing is that they sent me for a repeat 24-hour urine test, which I will be doing in a week. It will be so it will be a month break between my original one and the next one. So this will be another urine test, and silly. And I was not properly collecting and storing my urine, which I wonder if it could have potentially affected at least a little bit the results. I was not storing my urine. I'm like, right now I'm chatting away, and I'm like, should I have done just a separate video on doing the urine testing? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry you guys if it's getting long, but whatever. I did not do the proper collection because they did not give me all of the equipment. They did not give me the toilet seat lid where to pee. I would just pee in a cup, and I would just dump in that container. And then I would not keep it in the cool place. It was just like in my bathroom, and they told me to store it in the refrigerator or an ice bucket, so it has to stay cool throughout the day. So that was weird that the lab did not give me all of the equipment and did not tell me all of the instructions. That was weird. I don't understand how medical professionals can do this. However, they're still medical professionals. They know it better than I do, so we figured it out, and we keep going with the next step. Another thing, the doctor said that vinegar actually does not affect kidney functions. So I am eating a little bit of mayonnaise here and there if I really wanted to, but I'm not, because I'm back to feeling pretty normal with how I want to eat. I don't feel like I need it anymore, and I'm actually really liking my new dressing for my salads. So I'm on a kick for lime, so it tastes, bless you buddy. So I really like my new dressings, but I'm pretty sure that I will not be going back to regular dressings and mayonnaise as much as I used to go, just because I really like my lemon and my lime dressings. It's like really delicious and very healthy. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to just go to stay with it. Another interesting fact that my nephrologist mentioned is that normally pregnant women start having kidney problems after 20 weeks of being pregnant, because that's when the baby gets really large and start pushing on all the organs, and that is when all of the problems start arriving. So if I had an issue with my tests, with my samples so early in the pregnancy, it probably is not pregnancy related, but just my health related. So I'm like, well, that's not very encouraging, because like it means that I have kidney problems. But again, being at the doctor's and doing this test right at the office when he told me I don't have any protein was very encouraging and very interesting. So maybe it is the exercise and my diet that has affected it so much. So basically, whenever I will be doing my 24-hour, my repeat 24-hour urine test, he told me not to do excessive exercise, which I'm pretty sure I just will not exercise that morning at all. And I'm so sorry, I'm not sure if my morning routine came out, if my morning routine video came out yet or no, but basically every morning I do 40 minutes of exercise, 30 minutes of cardio on my elliptical, and then 10 or so minutes of like strength and like stretches, just to make sure that my muscles are staying in tone. So it's nothing excessive, it's what I always have done and always do. So it's nothing unusual. But if it does affect me testing positively and making my doctors crazy, that morning or that day when I will be doing that test, I will completely I will completely skip the exercise, and a few days before I will just to have a very nice and simple diet with some carbs, with a little bit of protein and a lot of vegetables and fruit. And I am pretty sure those were all of the details that my nephrologist told me. My OBGYN told me that he's going to call the hospital to schedule me for an earlier anatomy scan for the baby. But the hospital still did not call me back, because I think OBGYN was concerned about the baby's development, because my tests were not good. But right now they never called me. There's like only a few weeks left before my 20-week appointment. So I think everything stays the way it is. I guess the next thing that will be coming up is my next 24-hour urine test. And from what I remember right now, there's nothing else that my nephrologist did tell me. That's right, there was something else. He did say that once I drop off my large container with urine from the whole day, they're also going to get urine and blood test from me right that day as well. Because with people who have tested poorly prior, they're not only looking at protein in their urine, but they're also looking at something else. And he did tell me what it was within the blood work and in urine as well, for some other elements that are important to how my total health is doing. So they will be analyzing things further after that test is done, and then they will be telling me, and then they will be able to tell me if there is anything wrong with my body, with anything else, or if everything is pretty normal at this stage. And I am pretty sure those were all the things that I needed to tell you about what's going on with my health, with everything, and how my pregnancy is progressing. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below or message me on social media. I would love to hear from you. But now let me show you my belly. So when I stand up and when I'm being my normal self, I am not, you can definitely see. With this kind of clothing, you can see the belly, and then with, sorry, this might not be the best kind of pants, because they're like cutting into my flesh a little bit. But with the shirt that I wore a few days ago, that was under the chest, it looked like you can obviously tell that there was a belly. So there's the belly for you, well, from the front. You can never see from the front, but yes, that's the side view. And then when you look at it, you can definitely tell that there is a lot more belly than there used to be. But yes, people are oh, and I'm so sorry if you see the pink spots. That's, oh yeah, they are all over the place. The poison ivy, sorry. And my arm, I hope you don't see my arms, they look pretty well, lots of rash. But yeah, that's the belly, pretty big. I feel like it is getting bigger and bigger, and that's how it is. Mishunka, come here, buddy, show me your belly. Stand. Whose belly is bigger?
Me.
Yours? Maybe. Such a big belly. Boop. And boop. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope it was interesting and entertaining for you to watch what's going on in my life. Mishunka, do you want to say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. We hope to see you in our next video. And our next videos are going to be similar stuff that I was doing before, which basically is pregnancy updates, pregnancy advice, pregnancy and baby advice, and trying to balance life and work together, because I am a work-at-home mom and sometimes it gets a little crazy with these little munchkins. And I try to give as much advice as possible for moms, working moms, stay-at-home moms, to try to get things done as efficient as possible and skip things that don't need to get done, and enjoy your life as much as possible. Bye bye, guys.
Bye.